and welcome back to week 3 of our Road to Gold series. We had an absolute banger of a week this week. We did 15 races, a bunch of different series, got some multi-class racing in with the LMP2 and the GT3s at the ELMS Sprint Trophy. We did some sprint mini races at Le Mans, like some 30-minute races, attempted a 2.4-hour race at Le Mans. You're going to see how that came to an end, unfortunately. We got a bunch of highlights for you. We even went back to the McLaren challenge that we started in week 1 just to try and get our safety rating up to silver and then silver 2 to make the Le Mans 2.4 special weekly, weekend challenge. So let's lock in. Let's go to these highlights, see what we did all right, see what we definitely improved, see what we could do better, and let's go. So here we got a first start at Monza. I actually think this is a race where I get clipped in the rear thinking that I'm just going to go for a super wild ride. Actually no contact, very easy through here. This was kind of our first taste of multi-class racing. So we get through turn 1 untouched. Here, I don't know, I feel like I got thrown a couple nasty blocks by this orange Porsche. I go outside, you see him start to force back, he pushes me off, so I try to cut back to the outside of the upcoming turn, and by the time I'm around him, my brakes lock up. Essentially, also we didn't have tire warmers, so unfortunately I took out a car. I'm sorry, that's on me, but I feel like I was getting played a little bit dirty by the car. Now this is where I think I almost got spun and taken out. When I was driving, I felt the back end come around, and I was like, oh, this is it, but we were able to recover. Here we go, we got this into a turn, and this is where we start battling. These two BMWs make contact and they spin. That helps us out a little bit, creates a nice even gap. Here we go, we get to make some moves and positions. This was a very, very, what do you call it, position-fulfilled race. It was very much of a, we had to fight to get to position, and it was an overall good race. Unfortunately, this red BMW doesn't really play fair. Here is nothing too crazy. It's more so when we get into the end of turn 1, he just completely brakes right here. And I don't know why you're braking. You don't need a brake here, you just need to coast. So I get in the back of him, this BMW gets in the back of me now. That's fine. Here's where it upset me, is this red BMW in front of us completely cuts the second chicane. I think it got deleted. But yeah, that BMW basically completely cut the second chicane and didn't get given a penalty. Now we're forced to kind of fall back and fight with this this BMW, but we're able to keep it together, and we have a good battle. So a lot of good battles. This was a lot of a more intense type of race. Even serious, considering that we're now in a silver lobby. It was just good racing, clean racing for the most part. You can see here we beat him to the apex. Go a little bit wide, but not enough to. We defended into the second turn very well. Here we are back with the McLaren challenge. This race is absolutely nutty. We get a decent jump. I think we get up into 3rd or 4th place. We have a good couple battles with this orange McLaren on the side of us. Coming down here into. We kind of dive bomb him here, but safely dive bomb and make the pass happen into this somewhat of a hairpin. Unfortunately, this race was going very well. I think we started like 11th, and we ended up getting up into 7th. And here, this purple car completely jumps out of line of this red McLaren and just misses the braking zone and takes me out, and we end up DNFing because I basically, my rear tire was done. It was, you can see the car was not even driving straight. It's all over the place, so we end up DNFing. Unfortunately, nothing we could really do there, but it is what it is. And now here we go. Here we get Le Mans. This is our. We absolutely bended it into this turn. If I'm being honest, I took a terrible line right here. I caught too much curb on the braking, and the back end gets around, and I didn't have that much damage because I kept it off the back wall here. But we dropped back a couple positions, and then, here's an exterior view. I just catch too much curb right there, a little bit of grass, and that's kind of a little bit of front end damage, but nothing too serious. Just tap, I didn't take anyone else out. Here we go. This is us kind of gaining positions through the Porsche curves, hunting down a Porsche, and he just loses it right here and almost takes me out. That was very nerve-wracking to see. Here we go. We're back at Monza now in our BMW. Turn 1, get touched here. This is just a complete crap show. So here we get hit. And then here's where we have our second spin right here behind us. Boom. Just gets, I don't know what he was thinking right there. But we were able to have some good battles and whatnot, and I think we ended up finishing like 4th place in this and dodged this contact. I'm not sure how he dodged that. I mean, that just happened all in front of me. And we are through, and now this Aston Martin catches some grass and spins it. We avoid it, not an issue. Next we have just some more passing. Got a much better run on this Mustang. Make it through the turn, and we are home free. And here's this is where multi-class racing is really effective. You have an LMP2 car, GT3 cars, and here we have an LMP2 car stuck on the track. It forces me to kind of take initiative and in the gravel a little bit, but we are able to keep the position. Slightly, I think the Porsche gets biased, but everyone else gets, bias free, and we bring home a P4. I think this was our first time racing in this series, so it was definitely a nice big motivational booster. So that was that race. Here we come around the last turn to claim our, at the moment, our best victory and position of the week in a P4. So it just felt really good overall. Next race, again, lots of turn 1 mayhem, 3 wide going into turn 1. Something I wouldn't recommend, but I think this is actually one of our safer, I guess, turn 1s here. I kind of just, I clipped that Lexus, and unfortunately, this is actually the race that comes to an end in the next turn. That Aston Martin that just passed us didn't know what he was doing and completely just missed the braking point and took us out into the second chicane. Unfortunately, it's a DNF, engine damage, and the rear tires are gone. Luckily, the next race we did, we have this battle for P2 right here with this yellow Corvette. We were absolutely all over him the whole race. We do go on to make the pass here, get alongside him into the what we call the kind of the bootleg. Little contact. I was over the apex, so he just cut that corner completely. Right here, he gets a little bit of a better break and spot position into this turn, but we get a much better run than we do, and we make the pass into turn 1, as you will see right here. I completely outbroke him. I broke him. While I was driving, the wheel was shaking so much because I was braking so hard. I mean, you can see right here where he brakes compared to me, and I just keep it together, get the inside and defend, and this gets us our 2nd place finish of the week. It's our best finish of the week, which felt very good. This was live, this whole event, and it was just a really good feeling. Had a bunch of people in the chat, so I appreciate everybody that watched the lives, which we are doing now pretty much daily. So back at Monza, I believe. Here we go, some more turn 1 action. This turn 1 was actually, I don't know, I just kind of slipped away and was able to get by and up into 3rd place. Nothing too shabby, to be honest. Get up into 3rd place, have some good battles. Actually, this is a race where Dylan is racing in the same spot. So this is Dylan passing me in the LMP2 car. Comes in, gives me a flash, and gets on with his race for his class. He did good as well. Here we outbrake this Aston Martin. Actually, we don't outbrake him. He outbrakes me, but I get the better exit out of turn 1 into turn 2. You'll see I just sneak right in there on the inside. No contact, stay within track limits, and make the pass happen. And I believe that is for a P4 finish, which, again, felt good. We had really good finishes with this series. We're coming around the line. Coming up to the line here for P4. And get into the last few races. We'll run the Eternal livery from IMSA. Downloaded some liveries. This turn 1 is insane. You can't see all the cars, but an LMP2 car gets stuck and flips and gets pushed. I get pushed. You can see the LMP2 car right there. I couldn't move, and then we get through turn 2 and it stays the same. 2 BMWs, a BMW, boom, boom, almost get taken out right there. Not really sure what was happening, and this is where I don't know how I missed this, but I did. We got a Lexus turned around, and I just basically, oh, tires going everywhere. Absolutely insane. Here we are back at Le Mans, same turn during the 2.4 hour. This is kind of, the hypercar goes past. This BMW gets a run, so I kind of backed off because this is a very sketchy turn, and he just brake checks me into this apex, and by the time I moved, the back end swung around, and that was it. So the Jägermeister BMW M4 GT3 is out. But here we are back at Le Mans, back at Monza. Looks like these frames aren't the best, but that's okay. The replay's been doing its job, but we get a really good jump here, get up into P3, and make it happen. Unfortunately, the next lap, I made one of my very minor mistakes. Coming out of the second chicane, caught too much curb right here, coming out of it, and just lost it. So we go from 7th to 3rd to 23rd, which is last place. Luckily, you will see we make a very good run here. Kind of get through some cars here battling. I think that BMW had damage. You get to tell his car is not going straight. So pick off 2 cars right here, hunt down this Mercedes, get by this that Mustang, get an LMP2. Now this LMP2 car passed me here. I could tell he was going to lock up because he's crashed like every other corner. He locks up here. If I would have kept my line, I would have been taken out. So I cut the turn. Nothing I could really do. I got a track limit, but I'd rather get a track limit point than get taken out. This Lambo goes wide. I knew he was going to go wide because I've been putting pressure on him a few laps, and he was starting to make his own mistakes, and we go on to finish 9th place. So we end up going 7th to 3rd. I think we got passed for 4th on the last turn of lap 1. Go back down to 23rd and then make a drive back to 9th place. Here's the stats for the week. We did go up to safety rating S2, which feels very good. So I'm going to, we're going to keep grinding. Just note that we are not going to be racing as much now that we are in Silver 2, just because we were kind of grinding to get to that level so we could do the weekly events. We're still going to be driving as much as we can. I'm saying probably about 2 to 3 decently long sessions a week, plus the weekend. The weekend's going to be a lot easier. So during the week, it's not going to be as intense, but the weekend we'll probably have a good amount of racing on our belt. So again, I appreciate you guys for watching. We're going to be doing the 24 hours of Le Mans. I think the schedule for the race is 20th. So we're going to be doing that race. We're getting final car testing done for Le Mans to see what car we want to use, and then we will pick a car and just practice that like crazy. So that's going to be week 6. It's going to be Road to Le Mans, a Road to Gold special. So thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. I'll see you on a live. Till then, just keep on doing what you do, and we're going to keep doing what we do and keep getting better every single day. So I'll see you guys later. Peace out.